Order up. Hot plate of succulents. Ah. Okay. So, they're not staying up, right? Hello, little hoes. I am Kristen, and welcome back to my channel. So, I thought of a project I really needed to get done. I was gifted a box of, this is not working, of mixed succulents for Christmas. Boyfriend's brother ordered some little baby succulents, some 2.5 inch starts from Costa Farms, and I'll try and find a link for you guys below if you wanted to check out the little starter pack. I got these guys on Christmas. They arrived pretty good. There were a few slightly damaged ones, a few suffering from cold, but nothing too tremendous. Thankfully, we haven't been super cold. But yeah, I need to get these potted up. Some look like they're struggling a little bit, and I'm not quite sure I like the looks of the dirt. It looks a little bit too organic and not gritty enough. But I have a few little pots down here, and I will be potting it up for you right here. One, because the sunlight is a lot better than in the kitchen, and two, because I just don't care anymore, because some cats went and knocked some plants off last week. I don't know who. Boyfriend sent me a picture of the aftermath, and I think some cats got in a fight and decided to knock my Mammillaria and Ceropagia babies off the table. So yeah, the floor is covered with dirt despite my best efforts to sweep and vacuum it up. This is the cactus mix that I like to use. Since kind of space is at a premium here, I don't really buy huge bags, and unfortunately I don't have the space to mix up my own batch. So this is what I use. I couldn't find it on Amazon, or I would have linked it for you guys. So this is very gritty stuff. So one of the pots is kind of just a bonsai saucer planter, and then this guy here covered in hair. And oh my god, the cobwebs. Can you guys see the cobwebs? Bought this pot a few months ago and didn't do anything with it. So it's been on my plant stand collecting things. I am going to pot this guy up at long last. And then the saucer type with the remaining plants that I have. It looks like Costa Farms had a few options. There was, I think there was like a 6-pack. This is the 11-pack of starter plants. And then I think they even had a larger sized one. I'll see what I can find on Amazon in case anyone cares, wants to look. This is a slightly difficult planter. It's multi-tiered, and I thought it was cool, very modern and geometric, but I foresee this being a pain if I ever need to replant it. Okay, got a base of soil in here. Now to decide what to plant in here. So none of these little guys came with names, unfortunately. So I'll probably have to do a little bit of research to find the exact species on some of them. But this is a Kalanchoe or Kalanchoe, however you like to say it. This one's kind of cool with the little purplish red stripes to it. I think that's probably my favorite of the bunch. So I'm going to add this one. And just plucking out a few leaves that obviously a little damaged. They sort of turn more translucent. This one is also pretty cool. Possibly an Echeveria or Echeveria. I'm not sure. I might add this one to that bottom tier. Now this, I believe, is a flapjack Kalanchoe. I've seen bigger plants of these and they're really super cool. I think I'll put this guy in. And I believe this to be a Portulaca, or they call it a trailing jade. I'll put that one in here too. And this guy's kind of unique. I think this is a Peperomia. Put that one or that one? No, let's go with that little dude. So I'm gonna try and knock off a little bit of the soils it came with. I'm kind of digging these little pots. They're cute. And then backfill with more of my cactus mix. And I did, the day I got these, Christmas Day, because they're a Christmas present, I put them in the windowsill, and when I brought them home, I just kind of left them alone. They were fairly wet when they arrived, so I just decided to let them dry out as much as possible. And there's still a few of them are still a little bit damp to the touch. So that soil that they use holds on to water way too much. Not a bad little root system though. Dirt everywhere. I think I'm done. This is the little planter that I made with the baby succulents I got. Pretty happy with it overall. I think the real trick is going to be finding space in my sunroom for it. Maybe I need to look for a new plant stand soon. Next is going to be this big boy. So I'm just going to put all of the little extra ones in here, and I think there's quite a few Echeverias in this mix. There's also a little baby jade. There's a couple Kalanchoes, which, as you guys know, I'm not terribly into Kalanchoes, and I probably wouldn't have gotten them myself had I been picking them out, but it's kind of nice to try something out of your comfort zone, right? Has little sawtoothy edges. Let me pour it to make this faster. Oh, no, too much. Retreat. Okay. This is a lot of soil. I'm gonna kind of mound it and pretend like I meant to do that. Here's the baby jade, looking kind of cute. I'm gonna put this guy in the middle since I know it will probably be one of the bigger ones. Really good root system on that. Also, I don't know if you guys have noticed from my pictures, but I'm kind of into rocks and crystals because I was a raccoon in a previous life, so shiny things are really attractive to me. So I'll probably put in like a few crystals and rocks in here. This little guy. The serrated one. I'm going to try and put all my favorites on one side of the planter, which will sort of be like the front, so I can enjoy those. And then probably my less favorites toward the back. This, I love this guy. I actually considered buying one. I'm going to plant these all together. I'm sure at some point they're going to need to be, as they grow, taken out and given individual pots if I feel like it. This little guy comes next. So, next plant. This was the one that probably took the most damage in shipping. I'm gonna bury it kind of deep since there's beginning to get a tall, leggy stem on it. Last one. This guy also probably incurred a fair amount of damage. I think this one got hit the worst as far as the cold in transit. And no, they did not provide a heat pack. Oh, look at all those leaves fall off. It's fine, we can fix that. And by fixing that, I mean burying it extra deep. Okay. So here is planter. Why am I tilting this at such an angle when I know that soil will fall out? I don't know. Here is the secondary planter. Turned out all right, I think. And then down here, that's not working. This is the soil that came off of the little plants, as well as some of the foliage that they dropped. You can see that it's very bark heavy, and I'm not really sure. There's a whole bunch of like salty crystally bits. That's sand, perhaps? Like a very, very coarse sand, or if it's buildup, like salt buildup from using a lot of synthetic fertilizers. I'm not really sure. But yeah, that's the soil. I definitely recommend, if you guys get any of these, to repot immediately into better soil. Alright guys, well that will be my video for today, and thanks for tuning in. I had fun planting these up with ya, and I will see y'all later.